It actually said it's a showdown. Did you see that when we went live? It said it's a showdown.
Where'd you
Showdown for
see
what?
that? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh my, but I did see all these
It's
other
a
little buttons.
showdown. All right, then. Showdown for what?
Okay,
Do
I
you see
didn't
my
see
coffee
that
I got
one.
this morning? Today is what? Wednesday? Oh, yeah. It's Wednesday and it feels like a Monday. It's been crazy the last 2 weeks for me.
What's it
So,
say?
coffee,
Coffee, then adulting.
that's how I feel today. So, that's what's going on, guys. Good morning. Good morning. I think we're live.
We are live. All little buttons tell me we are live. And welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday. Well, if it's Wednesday and it's 9:30 Central Time, it must be time for Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. I am Terry Ann Porter, life coach, TA. It is time to defeat those lies of negative self-talk by changing your perspective, revealing new possibilities, and opening pathways onto which you can choose to proceed in truth. As always, my co-host, the amazing Sherry Berger.
Good morning. Good morning. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Sherry Berger, and I'm the owner of Here to There. It goes here to there, just let you know, Terry Ann, not here to there. I got to give you a bad time. Here to There Consulting. And we educate business owners with those tools to balance work, life, and business. Because when we get all those in order, we can have great success, leadership, and growth in our business and our life. Because our mission is to help you create the business and life that you deserve. Because you know what? Life is too short. So welcome, welcome. So great to be here. Good morning, Grace. Grace is on. Grace is already making comments before we even talk about our topic.
Welcome, Grace. Hello there. Speaking of our topic,
she says, hey, pretty ladies, so congratulate to both of you superstars. What does that even mean? Oh, wait, I heard over the weekend that Terry Ann heard that I got an award for Kansas Business Women Advocate of the Year. So she decided she needed an award. Oh, no, wait. Terry Ann is phenomenal, and she got the Toastmaster of the Year award. And if you guys don't know what that means, oh my gosh, that means that's the Toastmasters. And by the way, you get paid $0.00 times 3 for being a Toastmaster. That's how much we get paid. It's big bucks. You should sign up. But anyway, that means that you were the Toastmaster that did the most for the club. And believe me, do you guys know that we've been in a pandemic for the last 18 months? And you know what? Guess what Terry Ann did? Because she has great integrity and character, hence why I hang out with her, just saying. Anyway, she stepped up to the plate and she goes, I can help people with Zoom and I can get everybody online and I can make all those leaders and district directors and all those great people look great because I know how to do all the behind the scenes. Oh, wait, I don't know how to do all of it, but I know how to YouTube what I don't know. That's exactly what Terry Ann did. Terry Ann stepped up to the plate. We could not have had District 22 Toastmasters survive. And I'm talking, we had speech contests, we had training, we had, you wouldn't believe with District 22, she seen a need that needed to be filled and she jumped right in. And then what happened, Terry Ann? Oh, they acknowledged you and you got an award. Wait,
that was a surprise.
Stories sound similar for how we both got our awards, yet they're different. And all you were doing was being Terry Ann. So you know what? You put a Terry Ann and a Sherry together. Can you guys imagine what we could accomplish? Oh, wait, we have a lot. So anyway, today, I think I've embarrassed Terry Ann enough. Wait to the audience, Terry Ann. Where's your trophy? Oh, wait, I think she'll have
I'll get it this weekend. I'll show it off next week.
Yeah, see, there you go. I have my award and I will have to show it off at the same time. I went and picked up my award on Wednesday. So I just got mine last Wednesday after we had this. And then I went and picked up my award. And that was very, very surreal. I think Terry Ann was saying the same thing. I know we're supposed to be talking about our topic, but they start reading all these really nice things about you. And you're like, who is that person? Oh, wait, I did all that. And that's what Terry Ann said she felt when she found out what they read about her. And she wasn't even there to receive her award on Saturday because she went and hung with family. But it was surreal to me. And I got to go hang out with Governor Kelly last Wednesday. That was surreal. So anyway, congratulations, Terry
Thank
Ann.
you.
Terry Ann's going to go pick up her award. When did you get back in town from being on vacation?
Oh, we just got back Monday night.
So see, she hasn't had a minute to sink in that she got this award. Wait till you hold it in your hand. That's what, when I held it in the hand. So I just want to say that you're hanging out with two award-winning women this morning, or coaches or speakers. What are we? Come on, Terry Ann.
Award-winning women. What can I say?
I like it. Award-winning women. We could say speakers, but anyway, congratulations, Terry Ann. And she literally had to text me while she was on vacation. And what did I do, Terry Ann? She forgot. I had to pick up the phone, and I'm like,
oh, that's right. You called me, didn't you? Oh, I need to adjust a few things here.
All right, Terry Ann, now we can't see you. Now
okay, I'm back.
Now that we've talked 5 minutes about us, or maybe,
okay,
I don't know.
Well then, hey, let's get into the topic. This is why everyone's here. They're here to talk about our topic. And our topic, we're continuing with the SMART goal setting thing. SMART. Is your goal specific? Not just a general, hey, I want to be great. Okay, is it specific? Is it measurable? How will you measure your success along the way? How will you know when you succeed? Is it attainable? Is it really something that is, is it, I'm going to be a princess?
Well, I thought you were going to be an award-winning Toastmaster.
Well, I've already achieved that, so that's different.
But I don't think
is your goal attainable?
That's what you were going to do, right? That wasn't, you know what I mean? You can't say, I'm going to go get an award. Well, I guess you could, but.
Is it realistic? And what's your time frame? Okay, I am going to do this. I will celebrate my successes along the way here. It is something that can be achieved. It's a realistic thing. And my time frame is I am going to complete this in 5 years or whatever. That is what the SMART goal acronym refers to. So when you set your goals, just saying I'm going to do blah, blah, blah is not enough. It's a starting point, but it's not enough. Sherry, tell me more about the SMART goal.
So you're trying to tell me that if I don't just wish I would lose some weight, that's not going to happen?
No, it's not going to work. Wishing
and I'm just going to wish
enough.
I can win an award, and that's not going to happen.
That's not enough.
And I wish I could help enough small to mid-sized businesses through the pandemic. Oh, wait. And I wish I could learn how to do Zoom. That's just not going to work, right? So when you set up for a goal, you need to say, this is what I'm going to do. Maybe you don't have all the how figured out, right? Like I was talking about, I'm going to help people with Zoom, like you said. You didn't have it all figured out. You don't have to have it all figured out. When I wanted to go help as many small to mid-sized businesses last year, I didn't have that all figured out. I didn't even know what that really meant, but I set up the goal. But then you got to start saying, how do you measure that? Oh, this many are successful. This many people I trained on Zoom, right? Because now you've trained a ton of people on Zoom. And so now you can measure how many clubs you have on Zoom, how many clubs you've, made it where they don't rely on you and that you train them to rely on them. So what are those goals? So like losing weight. That's one of my favorite. People always want to lose weight, but I'm going to lose 50 pounds in a year. I don't think you should do 5 years worth to lose weight because that'll probably never happen. Writing a book. I'm writing a book right now. I'm editing one chapter a week. So to make those goals, and if it is a 5 year, then let's back it down to at least a 1 year. What are you going to do? Because if you do that 5 year goal, that's way too far out. So if you have a 5 year goal, that's great. But let's back it back to a 3 year goal. Then
you need to do the measurable. And how will you measure along the way?
Yeah, because you want to measure along the way, right? You want to give yourself attaboys. Even losing weight, right? Usually people weigh in once a week because then they can see what the progress is. But they will say if you weigh in more than once a week, that's going to, because you know how your weight goes up and down. sometimes that's going to frustrate you. So knowing what your goal is and what you're trying to achieve and how you can measure that depends on, depends on what your goal is. But like, paying off debt, weight loss, do you know those are two of the main goals that people love to set at the first of the year? And that's almost like the, I don't know, craziest time to set them. People don't realize you can set goals they do realize, they just don't think they can set them all year round.
Sure.
But right now I'm writing a book and I have it lined out where, I have the rough draft all done. And so I had a target to get that done. And now I have to go figure out, because I'm re-editing it all. So once a week, I'm going to re-edit a chapter. And so I was putting it on December 10th to have all my editing done. Then you got to start going to publish, right? So now I know my book launches at the end of January. But you have to start with what you want and then backtrack to get where you're trying to go. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Or am I speaking in circles this morning?
And I
need more coffee.
I think a big thing, and like where you were starting, I'm saying, well, I wish. Is I wish enough? I wish is not enough. Something that I believe is very important is write it down.
Yes. There's
write it down.
Show that. Yep.
And keep it in front of you. Yes, I would like to be able to, it'd be nice if I'd like to start doing some speaking. That's not enough. So write down. And once you write down your goals, just putting it in writing just helps to solidify it a little bit more for you. Then when you do the SMART breakdown, you can see that instead of this whole great big picture of, wow, that'll be great at the end, but that's so big, I can't imagine it. Break those into those little pieces. It was so funny this weekend with family, we put a couple of puzzles together. Well, one thing is it's very interesting to see different personalities and how they work on a puzzle. But the main thing everyone agreed on, we have to have the outline first. Work on the border. We have to know what our parameters are. And that's what writing down your goals basically does. It gives you those parameters. Here's what I want to work in. So that when, in my mind, I call them ping pong balls. They start just going everywhere. All these things that I can do, I should do, I want to do. Wait a minute, hold it. That ping pong ball doesn't fit inside this border. So I'm going to slow it down, put it aside, and not focus on it. Because it's very easy for me when those little different thoughts come up. Oh my gosh, I can go do that. I can go do that. I can go do that. And now I've walked away from the picture that I'm working on. So it's very important to write down your goals, keep them in front of you, and to stay focused on them. And the SMART goal acronym helps you to do that.
And you need to make them realistic, right? So I'll let you know one thing. I know you've written a couple books, but writing a book is a huge, huge endeavor. And so I've been writing a book, and I started 14 months ago writing a book, but then I realized I was just writing a book and I wasn't giving myself deadlines. I wasn't. So I finally got mad in July and started setting up deadlines. But when you say you're writing a book, everybody wants to know, what's the title of your book? When's your book launch? And I go, I don't know. They go, what do you mean you don't know? No, I know when my rough draft is going to be completed. And this is the day. It will be launched the first part of the year. So my point is, sometimes when you're setting them, I know we say SMART, but sometimes we got to bite off one bite at a time. And so if you look at the book and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to have a title. I got to know exactly when I'm launching. No, you don't. What part do you need to know? And how are you getting there? Now you still can do an estimate of this is when I want it done by the end of the year. So now when I backtrack, this is a title I think, but I can always figure it out as I go along. Everything is figure outable. Did you hear me?
Figure outable. I like that.
That's a great word. But everything is figure outable. But not having any plan or any goal of what you're going to do, that is not figure outable. So I realized I was becoming a hamster in a wheel. I wrote my book for 14 months and part of it, the pandemic, right? I don't know about you guys, but it stressed me out a little bit. And I was working with clients And my main mission was to help clients, not to write this book. But you still should have time, right? And I did time block. But I found that I was redundant in a lot of what I was doing.
Mhm.
And then when I sat down in July and had an individual, well, Pam came over and stayed with me, and we laid it all out. And then I came up with a plan, then I could start making it actually happen. So that's what I'm saying with losing weight, with paying off bills, because those things can all be very overwhelming. I'm 100 pounds overweight. Thank God I'm not. But I'm saying if you're 100 pounds overweight, that could be overwhelming. If you're 50 pounds overweight, that can be overwhelming, you know?
Sure. Hey, Marinella.
Marilyn says that she wants to write a cookbook. And you know what? I bet you she has a lot of it done because she has some phenomenal recipes. That's a great, but when you want to write a cookbook, how do we do that?
How do you change it from I want to I am or I will?
I will write a cookbook. So then you're like, okay, you will write a cookbook. What day are you getting this cookbook done? Oh, I think I want it done by Easter. Oh, that's a good, because everybody needs to cook at Easter, or I want it done by next, holidays. Okay, that's a great. Now, what do you have to do to accomplish that goal? Oh, I'm going to have to write 5 recipes a day, a week, or come up with 5 recipes, or what is your cookbook on? And maybe you need to brainstorm first to come up with where you're trying to put the different, components together, because a cookbook, is it a holiday cookbook? Is it I'm sure Marinella could name a lot more of them. So, I mean, what kind of cookbook are you trying to accomplish? Because I'm sorry, Marinella, I know her. Oh, wait, she's my sister-in-law. She's very creative and she can cook like you wouldn't believe. She's Italian. Need I say more? I want her cookbook, okay? Let me know when it comes out, Marinella. But more importantly, she could write 6 cookbooks, but we got to start with what one are we focusing on? And I found that out with writing my book. I have another book coming out. Are you shocked, Terry Ann? Yeah. That happens so many times when you write a book. You have another book coming out. So what is the other book that you have coming out? Okay, let's put it over here. And then when you start writing, it can even be a cookbook. You'll say, oh, this is dessert. So I'm going to put it in the dessert book. And this one is meal book or whatever you're doing, but you got to start organizing it. She thinks she's going to write one about the recipes that my brother liked, because my brother died in the Pentagon 9/11, and that would be his widow. And so that would be fun, to say, I don't know, favorite recipes of Ron Hemingway or whatever you want to name it. But you got to start thinking, what do you want to do with that? And
I'm curious.
Go ahead.
I'm curious of the S.M.A.R.T acronym. Which one of those 5 areas do you find the hardest?
You asking me or are you asking the audience? Because I wanted to ask the audience what, I was trying to get them to engage more, what some of the goals they want. And like you said, where are they stuck with those SMART? The S, specific, I'm always bad about, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. Because you've got to have a time date. You have to have a time that you're going to get it done, or you'll never get it done. But then you also got to give yourself awards along the way, because there's some people that are last minute people. So if they put a time, they're still going to be doing the day before. Don't you just love those children? Oh, wait, I even had people when I was in college that would wait till last minute to write an essay, and then they're all stressed out about it. Okay, we got told we had to write this essay 4 months ago. I don't even understand why it's not done. But it's your personality and knowing what your personality is.
Right.
And it's okay if you're a last minute person. Maybe we need to set your goals just a little bit different so that you can actually accomplish them. But I'm fine getting awards along the way. I lost weight. I need to lose weight again. But I lost 87 pounds and I kept it off 5 years. And I did really good. And I had a weight loss buddy with me. And she was a little smaller than me. And every time I lost 10 pounds, she would hand me down some of her clothes. So I got new clothes because she was upgrading and getting new clothes. I would get new clothes. So every 10 pounds, I got new clothes. Because do you realize that every 10 pounds, you're one size smaller? So I say, even if you go to a thrift store or what you do, if you get yourself new clothes every time you lose 10 pounds, isn't that a reward? Well, unless you don't like clothes. So maybe now you need to give yourself, I don't know, go on a trip after you lose. Like, I'm going to go to Hawaii. I want to look good in my bikini. No, I'm not going to wear a bikini. But I'm just saying, give yourself a big award too along the way. Same thing with the cookbook. Say, hey, if I write, I don't know how many recipes, then I can go cook one and give it to a friend because, I know she's a giver. I don't know. What is that carrot, though? So as you're trying to get these done, what is your, like right now, I'm very motivated to get my chapters done and reviewed, because then I get to give them to my editor and he gets to edit them. But guess what? I get affirmations when I give it to him. He's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did. Da, da, da. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a great motivation to me for somebody to say that or be, But anyway, I want to hear what some of your guys' goals are. And like Terry Ann said, are you struggling with putting some of them together?
Michelle finds the time-sensitive part to be the one difficult for her.
Which I think that is for a lot of people.
I think so too.
I talk about time blocking and I talk about time sensitive a lot. And people think that you got to block every inch of your time when you time block. That's not true. Because you need to create, right? You need to have balance that works for you. But the time sensitive is important and it can be hard. But if you go and tell Terry Ann, I'm going to have my book done by, or if you even say it on here, right? Then now you got a little bit of accountability with it. But I realized 17th, I think I was supposed to have of September, I was supposed to have all the rough draft of my book done. It was 3 weeks late. But I have a question for you. Would have it gotten that close on September 17th had I not had a deadline? And I was frustrated. It was 3 weeks late. But then again, had my birthday, my grandson got baptized, and then some of my editors and people that were on my team got sick. Stuff happened, right? But guess what? I still picked myself up, reset the date, and it still got done. It just didn't get done exactly on that date. So realizing that you want to set those dates so that you can get, go for the A+, and if you get a B, that's what you get, right? But if we don't have a time at all, what do you think about that, Terry Ann? And we're running out of time here.
I'm just noticing we have a bunch of authors on this line. Michelle's writing a book. Marinella's working on her cookbook. A lot of people have got that book. That how do we get it out of your mind?
I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know that I'm restarting up a writers group. So if you guys are really thinking about writing books, you should come join. You can inbox me, but we are restarting a writers group. I'm working with my editor, and we're getting that up and going. And we had it before the pandemic, and now we're going to restart it. And I think that's great. And I think if you come to a writers group, even if it's not the one I belong to, but if you go to a writers group or you hang out with people that are writing or people that are in those same goals, why do you think Weight Watchers work so well? Because everybody in the room is losing weight. So if you get in a room where everybody's writing a book, now you got accountability. Now you got, right? So I'm saying that's what you can do.
And I see Pam finds the trouble in keeping focused.
And she wrote, sometimes she just wakes up overwhelmed. And I get that. And I say in the morning, it's a great time to do a brain dump. This could be a whole nother topic, though, and then go back to your affirmations. Sure. But to do brain dump, why are you overwhelmed? And to piecemeal that out.
Well, you've got yourself a writing group right here. Look at this. This is amazing.
I think we should form our own writing group. Ha ha ha. We'll do accountability writing.
I want to encourage all of you who are saying that you're doing this. Set down those SMART goals. Break it down. And what help and what encouragement do you need to accomplish that goal? Well, the two of us are here. We'll be happy to help you. But if not us, find that someone in your life who will help you when I get overwhelmed. When I get overwhelmed, I paralyze. Nothing gets done. So find that someone that you can work with. And I expect to see a whole bunch of, hey, I've published here in a few months.
Well, see, I would highly recommend to get a coach, a mentor, cheerleaders, great friends, and watch out for those toxic people. When you want to make it a goal, I will tell you, I mean, that's all chapter 4 in my book, but I'll tell you that that's what you need. And Terry Ann was even saying that. If you guys are struggling with getting your SMART goals, well, wait a minute. We have 2 award-winning coaches right here. You could reach out to either one of us if you wanted to, but if not, get a coach, get a group, find a way to get those goals done. Because I find the more support you have, the faster you obtain where you want to go. And I know that Terry Ann and I have accomplished a lot in our lives, but we've always done it with putting together a team or a sport or having coaches and mentors in our life. So when we say that, we know it's powerful. So I want everybody to work on their SMART goals. I think next month. Can you believe it's going to be next month?
Wow. The next time we get together, it will be November.
And we're going to start talking about, what are we going to talk about next month?
Next month, we're going to, I knew you would ask that just a moment.
I just love to ask that.
Okay. Here's the phrase we came up with for November. Be proud and humble at the same time. How do you do that? Now that we put
together these SMART goals, man, you're going to obtain some of them. You're going to get them in a time frame. And then you still want to be proud for what you did, but be humble at the same time for that accomplishment. So we're going to talk about, how do you be proud and how do you be humble at the same time? I think that's a really fine line. That'll be exciting topics to talk about. So come join us next Thursday at 9:30.
No, how about next Wednesday? Why don't you come on Wednesday? Thursday you can watch the replay.
I don't know why I said Thursday. Thursday's when Toastmasters meets. Reach out to me if you want to join my Toastmasters, because we're Blue Jacket where the action happens. Terry Ann, what's your club?
Oh, I'm at a Taste of Success, and
we're both in Taste of
so
Success.
Good.
Yeah, but we're both in Taste of Success. That's the advanced club. What is your other club?
Right now, it's a club outside of District 22.
Wow. Can you do that? You mean you can zoom into other clubs?
I'm zooming in.
Anyway, I said Thursday because that's when my Toastmasters meets. But you know when Terry Ann and Sherry meet? On Wednesdays at 9:30 Central Time. And we're going to talk about how to be, what is it? Proud and humble.
Proud and humble at the
That'll
same
be like this, man.
time.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, just a moment. I will suggest, check out Tower Talkers Toastmasters on Thursday nights.
Thursday nights?
Thursday
on a blue jacket on Thursday night.
Well, what weeks? First and third?
Yeah, first and
okay.
third.
Tower Talkers is the second and fourth. We got your Thursday nights covered.
Oh my gosh, you could just do Toastmaster every Thursday night. All right, guys, I want everybody to go make it a great day. Keep working on those SMART goals, because as the end of the year, we're in the 4th quarter. We want to make sure we have our goals planned for next year. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Make it a great one. Bye, guys.
See you next week.